What's good, y'all? The Broncos went out there and absolutely demolished the Cowboys. And also, we got to get into the first round of cuts. Let's get into it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can be. All right, so Broncos had their first preseason game of the season. No major starters on the offensive side got any action. No star defensive players got any action as well. But we did see some players like Albert Okwuegbunam work on his blocks, and some other defensive players that are still needing some experience out there, getting some field time. But overall, it's a great game. Broncos went out there and dominated the Cowboys, showed that they are the more dominant team. They also showed that they're more aggressive and more disciplined. The other team isn't really disciplined. The Cowboys are not disciplined at all. They had 17 turnovers, 17 penalties, and they had 22 penalties called, only 17 accepted, man. It was a crazy game. A lot of flags were drawn, and every big run the Cowboys had got called back. Some things that I noticed is that our O-line definitely needs to do better in the run blocking game. But our passing was there, man. The Walmart brand of our offense looked amazing. Josh Jackson is going to be our backup quarterback. I pretty much know it by now. And I don't know if we're going to carry 3 quarterbacks on our roster. So Britt Rippon is looking kind of slim for you, man. He didn't really have a great performance, but he had a pretty solid performance. But Josh had a great game. Made some miscues here and there, but overall the deep ball was there. He made some nice decisions and he took care of the ball. What more can you ask for out of a quarterback? And it was good to see what this offense would look like. And I cannot wait for the season. There's a lot of deep balls that got completed to a lot of different wide receivers. We seen guys just dominating every 50-50 chance they had, man. But let's go ahead and get into the first round of cuts, man. This one was wild for me, man, because all these players, I see them when they get drafted. I see when we pick them up, et cetera, et cetera. Some of these guys are hometown kids, and it's just unfortunate to see what happens. But, I mean, even with Josh, who you see right here behind me about to throw a dime, even with Tim Patrick, man, just because you get cut doesn't mean that it's over. And these guys, they get cut and they go over to another team, or they come back and they make the team next year. You just got to make some improvements and you'll be right there. But let's go ahead and get into this first round of cuts, man. It was 5 cuts today. First cut was Caden Davis. Caden Davis, undrafted free agent, was trying to make the team. He was the first person at practice each and every practice, but he just didn't do enough to show the coaches that he deserved a roster spot, and he was the first cut. Now I'm going to get into the rest of these cuts. We had Max Borgi, hometown kid from Denver. He got cut. He didn't really show too much out there on the field that the coaches liked. And also, I didn't really see where he would fit in with this running back core, being that we got Mike Boone and Javonte and Melvin Gordon. I don't think we're going to have 4 or 5 running backs on the roster. Next up, we got Rodney Williams, tight end. Didn't really do too much. Travis Fulgham. Yes, Travis got cut. He's been on the team for some years now, and he just didn't do enough. We're stacked at the wide receiver position, even with Tim Patrick going down. We got guys like Montrell Williams coming in, stepping up and doing his thing, and really showing that he deserves a roster spot. Now, here's the biggest surprise for me, and it's a prior draft pick of ours. It is none other than Jamar Johnson. We cut Jamar Johnson. He was our 5th round pick in last year's draft, 2021. He was our 5th round pick, and we're just deep at his position, and that's the reason why he got cut. So far, we still have, as far as safeties go, of course, we still have Kareem Jackson and Justin Simmons. But guys like PJ Locke and Caden Stearns have came out and had a tremendous camp, and it really bumped Jamar out of the rotation at all. Now, DeLorean Turner-Yell, that's a guy that I made a video about not too long ago. Please check that video out. He's doing some good things for the coaches to see, and he's really like a baby Kareem Jackson, if you ask me, man. Then we got J.R. Reed, who is still on the roster, man. So we'll see what happens with that safety position, but we'll see who gets cut, man. This has been a wild camp, and I'm glad that some of these roster adjustments are actually being are happening now, man. Let's go ahead and get these guys out of there, get some guys on the practice team, do whatever we got to do. But there is one other thing that I definitely got to talk about, and it's our right tackle position. This is the one position that was wide open since last year, really. And Calvin Anderson, he's got the job right now, but Cam Fleming, this is his job to lose, and he's lost it. He's absolutely lost it. We got Billy Turner coming back on the PUP list a few days ago, and it seems like he's in that backup role right now as he works his way to get back healthy. And seems like Billy Turner may be our starter day one, but Cam Fleming really didn't do enough, and is the reason why he may be one of those names that I announce getting cut here pretty soon. Unfortunately, man, you never want to see anybody get cut, but hey, it's only but so many people they can have on this roster. Now, another thing that I definitely want to mention is that Randy Gregory is back off the PUP list, putting on pads, out there practicing. Good to see him out there. We paid him all that money. Maybe he will be starting for us week 1 or the last week of the preseason. We'll see how that all goes. But so far, so good. I haven't heard any bad news about it. But so far, man, our team is looking great. And I'm ready for this season, man. I'm really, really, really ready for this season. Thank you for checking in with your boy Joy Talks. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Broncos cut you. I'm going to give you a mile high salute. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the first day of cuts. Let me know what you think about that smackdown the Broncos put on the Cowboys last game as well. Thank you for checking into the channel, man. I'm gone.